Yeah, all three of us are here. Me,
Okay,
you.
we should be live.
Well, hello everyone. If you're here and you can hear us, and yeah, we're just kind of doing an impromptu Friday afternoon, Friday. So yeah, we're gonna be sipping some rice and
I
just
don't know if they can see us yet.
maybe I don't know. I don't know. Mine said it was recording, so yeah.
Oh, now I see it on my TV. Now we're up. Now we're live. All right. Hi, everyone.
Yeah. So yeah,
All right.
sipping some rice.
We're just testing out StreamYard. We wanted to see if we would be able to live stream using this so that we don't have to make the trip traveling to live stream together. So this is going to be our test episode. I can tell the stream's behind. I got it up on my TV.
Yeah.
And I'm just now pouring on the TV. I've already got it poured.
Right. Oh well. But yeah, we're sipping some rye. So we started off with the Michter's US1 rye.
The regular single barrel. It's Friday, so rye day, Friday. Always drink a rye on Friday.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm.
So one thing I don't see is, I think there's 5 people viewing. That's what it looks like. I'm still trying to figure out this software. So say hi in the chat. Let us know who's watching, where you're from.
Yeah.
What are you drinking? You guys ready to start drinking on Friday?
See, Thursday's my Friday because I do 410s. So yesterday I was like, all right, finally, there we go.
Juliana asked, "What's our favorite rye?" Mine is the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye.
And I think
that's been my favorite since it was released last year.
I think my undisputed favorite rye, at least right now, for the lower proof, is Michter's 10 rye. Quite delicious. Yeah, I'm a big Michter's fan. If you guys all don't know that by now.
And I'm the Jack Daniel's fan. So, but outside of Jack Daniel's, I'm a real big fan of Sagamore Spirits rye. Their private barrels are really good. The double oaked. But yeah, the Sagamores to me are excellent rye.
Yeah,
and they're not really expensive.
I've only had a couple of their, I think 1 or 2 picks. I think Brett brought over a pick the one time for the, I think either it was a single barrel or a pick we did for our bourbon group. Pretty good.
So how's the video look, guys? I'm actually using my phone as a webcam hooked up to my computer.
Yeah. I'm using my phone as well, so I'm trying to go off of that. Is anyone else partaking in some rye today? Other than Todd and myself? I know we might be a little early with the whole not being 5 o'clock here, but I'm sure it's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Quality's good. Matt wants to know any weekend plans.
I got a dinner party tomorrow.
You have anything going on this weekend, Devin?
Yeah, I got a dinner party tomorrow, and then I have birthday party on Sunday. So, and then I might get brunch with my sister if she ever messages me back. So, text her this morning, and she's always trying to get together, and I'm like, okay, well, guess we'll see. So,
I have a groundhog living under my deck, so I'm setting out some traps, trying to trap it.
Put out some bad bourbon.
Maybe
it'll fall for that trap.
What's that?
Put out some bad bourbon. That's how,
Bad bourbon. I think I put out like some like fruits and vegetables, and that didn't work. So now I'm gonna have to, I think, put out some like cat food or something. Try to get it going into the trap.
Yeah.
So, but I have no special bourbon plans this weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna be hanging around the house.
Matt, what are you up
don't
to?
have any plans until I don't have any plans until the weekend of the 21st is really the only plans I have at this point. So I'll be headed down to Memphis, leaving on the 20th. So I'll be traveling through Kentucky and Tennessee on the 20th, doing some bourbon hunting on the way down to do a barrel pick on the 21st at Old Dominic.
Okay. I just figured out how to get the comments on here. Now I can see them.
Now you can see the comments?
Yeah, now I can see them. Yeah, there we go. Matt, you have another hour of work right now, I'm guessing? Yeah.
Scott's waiting in the driveway to stalk me for the samples. You got to catch me in the liquor store or the distillery, not in the driveway, Scott.
You just like, you walk out of your house, the best bourbon whiskey? And you're like, ah! Just throw him a sample. Leave me alone.
Hey, RJ, only 5.5 hours of work today. You get like early days on Friday.
Yeah.
We are starting out with just the basic Michter single barrel rye on this Friday. Oh, left of work. Oh, yeah. So you're in Texas, so you're like 3 hours behind us or something, right? Isn't Texas 3 hours behind us? Something like that.
Some Sazerac later. There you go. Yeah, I actually don't have any Sazerac. I had like 1 or 2 bottles, and that's that. So, oof.
Yeah, I always do Friday. I always drink a rye on Friday.
Yeah.
I've got my Sasquatch Speakeasy, Glenn.
Just Michter's. But yeah. Yeah, usually what I'll do on Friday or whatever, if my wife's up to it, I'll just be like, hey, why don't you make me a little flight of something random? So usually that's always fun for me. And then she always stumps me every time.
I usually just go through.
I
generally just goes through 4 or 5 different ryes.
Yeah.
So, but like I was saying, the weekend of the 20th, I'll be traveling. So if anybody sees me out and about, I'll have samples with me. You come up to me and say the best bourbon or whiskey, if you recognize me from the channel, and you'll get a free sample. They're pretty good samples. I got, let's see, about oops. Now they're falling out. There we go. So I have poured 10 samples. That's going to be traveling with me. Anybody catches me, and they'll get to pull one at random. So I have everything in there from like Stag to I think I got Jack 10 in there, some barrel picks that I like, and a bunch of other stuff. So.
But you have to be out of your driveway, right?
Yeah. Catch me in a liquor store or in a distillery.
You're
somewhere out actually hunting for bourbon.
You could potentially get a sample if you're in India. Interesting.
What's that?
If you're out in the
you broke up on that one.
If you're bourbon hunting on the weekend, so like up here in Ohio, it's like usually like Saturdays or certain days you can go out. So if they see you every week and you're like, hey, there you are again, you're like, oh, that's bourbon and whiskey.
Nah. Yeah.
It's like a 1 per person.
That'd be cheating though. They don't want to cheat.
One per person.
Yeah, one per person.
Yeah.
No following me around from store to store.
Yeah. Well, I am out of
Ohio-Kentucky border applies. Yeah, you know what? I do a lot of stops right across the border, Scott. There's a lot of stores I hit when we go across the river. Yeah, Party Source and Uncorked and the Liquor Barn Express over there.
The secrets.
Got to learn our secrets. Our secret, what, in Ohio or in Kentucky?
Yeah.
Following me around. Yes, God. I may plan if somebody actually comes up to me, if someone actually does recognize me. We don't have that many subscribers yet. We're at 425. I actually absolutely plan to record them, you know, to getting the sample and stuff. So
Yeah, just put an air tag on him. You'll always know where he's at.
But then, so that's the end of September. We're going to Old Dominic for a barrel pick, or at least I am. But then in October, I'll be going down to Tennessee again for the Jack Daniel's barbecue. And I'll be leaving like a day early for that. So I'll actually spend a day in Kentucky. Then the next day, head down to Lynchburg for a couple of days. Were you think you're going to go to that, Devin? Are you going to go too? Or
yeah, I think I'm going to that as well. So basically, if the day before, just hang out in front of Old Forester, and I'm sure you'll find Todd there. Cough, cough.
Not me go to Old Forester? Never.
Someone's there waiting at the door.
So we're going to do that, and then right. But then, like the week after that, I'm actually going down for the Jim Beam, like dinner, smoke, and I can't remember what it's called now, but it's like the special Jim Beam dinner that next week. So I'll be down in Kentucky a couple times in October. So I got quite a bit planned over the next 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
What are you sipping on, Scott?
And don't say water. Does Todd go for some water?
It might be too early for some people.
Yeah.
Lunchtime, RJ, lunchtime. Well, that's the perfect time to start drinking. Yeah, so it might be early for some people. We did do this stream early. This was just the first time we've ever used this StreamYard. Well, I appreciate it, RJ. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're trying to learn StreamYard. We wanted to see if we can do this. Like, people probably don't know, Devin and I actually live like an hour apart. So it's, a good bit of travel to get together and do videos and stuff or live streams. Mm-hmm. So we thought if we could do this, if this works out, we could actually live stream, maybe a couple times a week. We don't have to do that travel back and forth. So the Origin small batch, that's the
hard sound.
Is that the Dragon or the you can help if I need info on StreamYard. All right, I might reach out to you, RJ. This is the first time I've done this, so it's something new to me. Definitely trying to play with.
Yeah, I found out about it yesterday. Todd's like, try this streaming thing out. I was like, all right, let's get it going. So
yeah, yesterday was the first time we've tried it. Yeah, we just did a little sample.
Set up the angle. Run. Right, this works. Yeah.
Yeah, just trying to get the where to put the camera where you can actually see what I've got, stuff like that. My laptop's in front of me. I was trying to get the camera set up so it's laptop's not in the way.
So what should we have a pour of next?
I want to talk about real quick for anybody who may watch this stream after it's over. We are doing a giveaway when we hit 500 subscribers, we are at 425 currently. At least we were when this stream started. And we will be giving away Weller Special Reserve and 5 sample flight from each of us. So once we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to make a video. We're going to post it up. And we're going to basically, you have to post something. You have to comment. And the comments on the video will be your entry. And we will draw 2 random winners. Each one will get one of these packs. And so that's going to be our 500 subscriber giveaway. And as we build to 1,000, we're already talking about, the 1,000 subscriber giveaway being bigger. But that's how we're going to start out with a chance to win Weller Special Reserve and some flights. Devin is giving a flight of Michter's 10 bourbon, Michter's 10 rye, Michter 10 barrel proof rye, and Shanks and Bombergers. And my sample flight is a Stag 23C, Jack 10 batch 3. What else did I have in there? I don't even remember. Oops. I got them all mixed up. Old Forester 1924, a Larceny C923, and Elijah Craig barrel proof C923. So a couple of nice blind flights and some Weller. So once we hit 500 subs, just be looking for that giveaway.
Awesome.
Well, and we're pretty close, 75 away.
Yeah. Matt says I should have some Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye. So I guess I will have to do that. So Todd got this one at the distillery at the old White Rabbit bottle shop. And it's 137.7 proof. So yeah. For anyone that.
So this decanter is what I keep my open Jack Daniel's single barrel proof in. This decanter was actually from my dad back in the 80s. He has 2 of them that he gave me. I keep one with single barrel proof and one with single barrel proof rye. This particular one is 133 proof. Do I have any short barrel? You know what? I do not, RJ. I was actually talking to Devin about short barrel a couple of weeks ago. I saw some down in Kentucky, and I've never had it. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to him about it because I had heard or I'd seen someone talking about it on YouTube. I don't even remember who now. But I almost bought it. I passed on it because I have not tried it before. Are you suggesting we should try it? Oh, I love the nose on that Jack Daniel's rye.
Quite good. It's like spicy chocolate caramel.
Yeah, it's like a spicy dark mint chocolate. Mm-hmm. Minty and dark chocolate, a little oaky. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, you know what? I'll reach out to you on Discord, RJ. I'd love to get a couple of samples. We can split them and try them. So we'll give that a try. Maybe I get something. I'm sure I got something I can send you too. Mm-hmm. Just the nose on that's so good. This is just my favorite rye.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite barrel proof rye. I don't know, and it's more like shelf available, depending on your area, I guess. So,
yeah, it's harder to find here in Ohio than I originally thought. I mean, I've got so many bottles, I don't really look for it much. But when I start looking at the map, there's only a couple of places that tend to have the rye. Now, the regular single barrel proof Jack's everywhere. So,
yeah, I feel like
Jack rye is just the way to go.
Yeah.
It's because they control their price points so well. I mean, even if we look at some of the stuff coming out now from like Wild Turkey or Heaven Hill, the prices are getting pretty crazy. Like the grain to glass, $100 a bottle or 110 or whatever on the grain to glass seems a little wild to me, considering it's not that like 10-year age range or anything. And coming from a major distillery, I would have expected it to be less.
Yeah, I've only seen not as good reviews on those. So
yeah, so people I've talked to, I got some friends who grabbed some bottles. They said it's not bad, but it's not worth the price that they're charging.
$100. I think they're only like what, six-ish years, too. I don't know all the stats on them.
Mm-hmm. I don't either, but I think they're like somewhere like 6 to 8 type range. But just the price was really out of whack, I thought, for those. I mean, I could have got them. I passed on them. They were available, and I just said, I don't think I'm going to pay that much for these. And I haven't tried them, and I haven't heard great things. So I'm looking forward to trying to get the new Four Roses that's coming out soon.
Me too. I have training next weekend, so I don't think I'll be able to go down there and try to get one. But yeah,
I don't think I'm going to make the trip, but I think it's going to be nuts. I'm not going to make the trip down because it's going to be so crazy, but we'll see. Echoes in Eternity and Whiskey Wisdom did a pick for short barrel, 131.4 proof. Awesome bottle. I'm going to have to give it a try. I guess I'll take you up on that offer, RJ, and give it a shot. Like I said, I did run across some in Kentucky. I ran across a single barrel at a little store. I can't even remember some little town that I had stopped in. And I passed on it because it was like $100. And I was like, I've never had this. I don't know enough about it. So I just let it go.
Yeah. Thanks, Rob. Thanks for
sweet. Thank you, RJ. Yeah. Like I said, I'll reach out to you on Discord. We'll do some swaps. Thanks for the info, Rob. Any of you guys ever been down to Jack Daniel's?
Not yet.
We're going down for the barbecue next month. And if you haven't been to the Jack Daniel's barbecue, it's fantastic. If you can, you should make it down. It's a lot of fun, a lot of really good barbecue.
Yeah, I could probably have barbecue almost every day. So for me,
yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, you got all the squires coming around from around the world. Last year, we were meeting people from like Austria and Germany and Australia and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun. They have teams from all around the world too.
Yeah.
One of your locals used to be a rep. All right. We're both squires, so we're going to go down and enjoy the squire hospitality down at the squire house and in the tent. But yeah, even if you're not a squire, you go down and check it out. It's a lot of fun, for sure. I'm looking forward to the barrel pick at Old Dominic as well. I've never had Old Dominic, but I've actually heard good things about it, so that'll be interesting. I do eventually want us to do a barrel pick to make available. Once we kind of get going more. I know I've done a lot of picks at New Riff, and I've got like a lot of people down there, like contacts, so it'd be pretty easy for us to get in and do a New Riff pick. Even like we don't even have to take a full barrel, so we might look at doing that here sometime in the future. I think our last pick I did was the end of last year.
With the rye?
I think it was the end of last year. Or was it this spring? I don't even remember when we did it. I did a single barrel rye pick down there.
I think you did like in April or something like
that. It might have been somewhere in the spring.
Yeah, because I had a whole bunch of training, and I was like, can't go.
Yeah. So that's the bottle that we picked. Actually came out as a really good pick. It was I don't particularly like New Riff's rye as much as I like their bourbon, but our pick came out, it was really sweet and toasty. Very nice pick. I think Scott's still in here. Scott got some bottles.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking when I go down, when I make some of these trips, I might just go live, like just out of nowhere while we're doing some bourbon hunting. You know, that might be fun. See what happens.
Prove that your palate doesn't suck.
You run a secondary group, RJ? Yeah, I'll tell you what. You send me some short barrel, and I'll send you samples of the picks I've done. How about that? The best new riff I've ever had is my first new riff pick.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I am not a Jeff the Creed fan. Jeff the Creed, at least their baseline. I haven't had any single barrels, but I have been to the distillery and done their whole flight and wasn't really impressed. Their food was better than their bourbon down there.
Yeah, I've only had their red corn bourbon one time at I think Liquor Barn as just to try it because I kept seeing it on the road when I was doing all like traveling and all down there, and I was like, not a fan of the Red Butcher Bloody whatever.
They have a Bloody Butcher corn. Yeah, they have a Bloody Butcher corn bourbon. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of Dexter.
Yeah, I didn't particularly like that either. I didn't like their red, white, and blue either.
No. Yeah, not my jam. I was like,
nope. Yeah, RJ, I'll send you samples of my barrel picks. You can try them out.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they do age on theirs either, so it might only be like a 3 or 4 year something. I don't know.
I mean, well, they're a craft distillery. They've not been around that long, so
yeah.
Like all the kind of crafts, they're going to be kind of youngish stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the crafts just do it better than others. You know, the Ben Holiday's 6 years and it's fantastic. You know, the 13th Colony stuff's not that old, but it's very good. Although it's hard to tell with them because they do just some sourcing. But the Hard Truth stuff, I love the Hard Truth, and the Hard Truth stuff's fairly young. So
that's done really well in the blinds. Every other those Hard Truths, I'm like, it's a Hard Truth.
Oh yeah, that 4 grain. Well, the 4 grain one so the last club meeting we had was a bottled and bond was the theme, and my Jeff the Creed 4 grain bottled and bond actually won. And it beat out an Old Fitzgerald, a Henry McKenna 10-year, and E.H. Taylor single barrel or E.H. Taylor straight rye. So it's a lot better than you would think. That 4 grain, to me, it almost reminds me of like a cigar blend, just with the different palate flavors.
Mm. Yeah, it's pretty good though.
Okay, I'm going to do some Michter's barrel strength rye.
Ooh, never heard of that one.
I was at 13 Colony this past Saturday. They dropped a single barrel. You know what? I would like to have a 13 Colony single barrel. I do have the cast strength, and it's very good. I like the cat. And Devin loves the double oak. I think he got one left, the double oak.
Just one, and I only got one. And it's like motor oil. Yeah. It's not like, oh, geez.
Oh, it's good. It's definitely good.
Yeah. Looking for a backup, but I'll just have to nurse this one for now.
And I've got the cast strength, which I really liked. Any Little Book 8? No, I do not have Little Book 8, RJ. I do have Little Book 7, and Little Book 7 was absolutely amazing. I have not tried the 8 yet, so I didn't buy it.
Yeah, I kept seeing
try it before I buy it when it's that kind of price point.
It was a little steep on the price.
The 13 Colony our single barrel was 131. I think that's higher than the cast strength. Yeah, that's higher than the cast strength is. I bet it was good. You know, I'm actually part of their, like, I don't even remember what it's called, like their ambassador type program. And I got the emails about it, but that's a long drive for us up here to get down to Georgia. You know, it'd have to be something really special for me to make that trip. I would like to make it one day, though. There's a couple of distilleries outside of Kentucky, Tennessee that I really want to go to. I really want to go to A. Smith Bowman, and I really want to go to Sagamore. So I haven't been to either yet. I've been to a shitload of distilleries. if I turned my camera, you'd see my shelf of like souvenir shelf with all my staves and my Bourbon Trail stuff. We've completed the entire Bourbon Trail in Kentucky, and I've been to probably a dozen distilleries outside of Kentucky. So Little Book 8 is a rye. Yes, it is. I haven't had a sample yet. It's like I saw it at the distillery. It was like $170, and I haven't had a sample. I just don't want to spend that kind of money without trying it yet. So I just haven't run across anybody who has it to give me a sample, honestly, that I know like locally.
I think it's 160 at the distillery, and I kept seeing it for like 190 when I was out. I'm like, nah, I just can't do it yet.
You've never. RJ says he's never been to a distillery. You got to go. They're a lot of fun. We have a video that we recorded coming out about distillery like atmospheres, like not specifically bottle hunting, but like what tours we like and what distilleries have a good atmosphere just to visit and stuff like that.
All that.
So, of course, you're pretty far from Kentucky, but if you ever get up there, it's a ton of fun going to the distilleries. There's a lot of stuff to do, just going and doing the tastings and hanging out and stuff. So there's a lot more than just hunting for bottles at the distilleries.
I'll do a little make your single barrel rye as well. 112.8 proof.
Are you getting the barrel strength?
Yeah.
You getting the barrel strength, Devin?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit of this.
Mine's an L barrel.
Yeah. The import.
So mine came from Europe. It is 700 milliliters, which seems to be what distilleries are moving to now.
I don't like that.
You just bought your fourth bottle of Little Book Chapter 8. So you really like it then.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah,
like,
so
I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I passed on it at the distillery. I think that's the only place I've really seen it is at the distillery. But
it's weird.
But yeah, so mine from Europe.
Small, but everywhere else I see it is always more than at the distillery. At least for the little books.
Yeah. RJ said it was 153 out the door at his box store. Yeah. I mean, that's a good price. Like I said, it was like after tax, it's around 170 at the distillery. So that's pretty decent price. With tax, 153. Like I said, I would buy it if I liked it. The Chapter 7 is amazing. But Chapter 6 I didn't like. So they're so hit and miss. I like to try them first.
I think the one I've ever tried was at 7. Ooh.
But what I was saying is 700 milliliters, there's more and more bottles in the U.S. moving to this. To the 700 milliliters from the 750. Yeah, I know. It's like prices aren't going to go down, but, you know, shrinkflation. Isn't that what they call it?
Yeah,
when you just get less for the same amount of money.
Yeah, I was trying to get all.
We're having shrinkflation in bourbon now.
This is 750, and then the batch 2, and I'm like, no, 700. So they get you.
Yeah, the Jack 10 and 12s are 700 as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes
it
better.
I think the twice barreled rye was 700. Wasn't the twice barreled rye 700?
Yeah. What a bunch of poopy. That sucks.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to see that. But the twice barreled rye last year was 700 as well, which this year when they released the Coy Hill, this year, I bet you it's 700 as well.
Yeah, probably. Hopefully they'll add a little more proof to, compensate for the loss of.
You're right, RJ. They can get more bottles out, but I mean, they raise the price and give you less milliliters. I mean, at least lower the price a little bit, or at least hold it, keep it the same, don't raise it.
Yeah. I think that's what they did with the Jack 10s and 12s. I think they raised them like $5 in price or something like that, and then they dropped it to 700s.
Yeah, here in Ohio, they went up like $10 this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the price went up like $10.
I've yet to see one.
So I think the Michter's barrel strength rye is better than the 10-year. In my personal opinion.
Hey, no way.
I know that hurts you, but that's my opinion.
I'm gonna do them. I'm gonna blind them right now. I'm not gonna really blind them. It'll be pretty.
No, I don't want to hear that, RJ. I don't want to hear they're not going to be hazmat. That's what I want. I want 140 plus. I can deal with a 375 if it's a higher proof. The best Jack single barrel proof I've had are the 375 Chris Fletcher picks.
Yeah.
The 375 Chris Fletcher picks from a couple of years ago were absolutely amazing. Yeah, the barrel proof Michter's rye is the way to go. I actually like Michter's rye better than the bourbon also as well, Devin.
They're both good. Like, for me, if I have either one, I'm not going to be like, oh, man, I can't believe I didn't have the other one. Like, this is, like, solid. Yeah. In case anyone wonders, it's a 23 J3586 for the barrel number.
You know what? If they'd moved all LEs to 375, I think a lot of people would be pissed. It's so hard to get some of the limited edition stuff. If you have to fight for it like we do just to get a 375, I don't know. There's going to be a lot of people mad about that, I think. So, I don't know. To me, I stick with 750. I mean, we're not Europe. Don't try to make us Europe. I understand why they want to do it. I mean, it's not just an issue of getting more bottles out of a barrel for the same price. It's also for not having to have as many bottles as they got to fill, right? I mean, they have to have 700 in Europe because of the European laws or restrictions or whatever. So instead of having two different types of bottles, they just want to have one. Everybody gets 700. They don't have to have a 750 for like the US and 700 for Europe, but still.
Yeah. All right, I'm going in for this 10. It's like no comparison.
RJ, let's do it. I'm with you.
Boom.
The nose? You talking between the barrel proof and the 10-year, Devin?
Oh, yeah, the 10-year rye. Oh, come on.
I don't have a 10-year open to pour. I know on the palate, I definitely prefer the barrel proof.
I don't know.
So I'm all for 175s of limited editions.
Yeah, like Weller foolproof 175s.
Yeah, the closest I have is the big boy Weller. I do have liter bottles of a 12 though. So that's the 1 liter 12. Again, what Europeans use the liter, but
Best
the Michter's 10 are low proof, but damn, they're good. You're right up Devin's alley. Devin loves those all the Michter 10s. I think they're good. I just think they're overpriced.
They are, but they're delicious. They're so good.
But I can get a Wild Turkey 12-year like less than a Michter's 10. I just think they're overpriced.
Those Michter's bundles though at the distillery, that's how they get you.
Yeah, I can't even remember how much I paid for the bundle I got.
Probably like $4.
I mean, I want to say it was like $400 for the Michter's 10-year rye, the toasted barrel strength rye, and the regular single barrel rye.
Yeah, that's why I always recommend the early times. I'm like, it's so good. Every time I have it, I'm like, so like if you're thinking about like if it was a 750, you're like, that's a $20 bottle. I mean, you can't go wrong. If it was, Yeah, wait till that happens. I I keep seeing rumors about that Jack Daniel's 14, but we'll see. I don't know when that's coming out though.
Yeah, so look at RJ's comment there. You'll love that, Devin. Yeah, Early Times is great, and I know that's one of Devin's favorites. So
it won our blind. Yeah,
it did. Yeah. I mean, it's a great bottle, especially like you're right, 1 liter for $25. I mean, that's the kind of bottle like I have. I think I only have 2. I have a blue top and a black top. But like once one is empty, I will definitely get another one of it. But it's not hard to get. It's not elusive. So
yeah, I think 2 and 2 of those. But I'm like, well, I'll just have a couple, and then I usually go down to Kentucky 3 or 4 times a year, and I'm like, well, I'll just find it when I'm down there, and I got plenty of other stuff.
Absolutely.
On so
the JD14. I don't know. I don't know when it's coming out. I haven't heard really anything about it. Even on the Squires page, they haven't talked about it at all. I don't think it'll come out this year. I think at this point in the spring, they're going to release the Coy Hill, the special release. I don't know if they'll do another special release besides the Coy Hill this year. Because I think it would have been out already if it was coming out this year.
See, that's how you get more people to get allocated stuff. You get one person to get one, and then one person gets the other. So you just flood the market with all the good stuff.
Yeah, they don't have enough of the good stuff to flood the market with. Is a problem.
Yeah,
like RJ had a fantastic giveaway. He gave away at 1,000 subscribers 10 bottles of antique, and I know it was probably really hard for you to get that, RJ, because I don't. Well, I guess I shouldn't speak out of turn. I've only been to Texas once, so I don't know how hard it is to get it down there. But like up here, we could do that. I mean, we can get red, like a couple of red a month. Isn't that difficult to do?
Yeah.
But I know the rest of the country, everywhere I've been, I've never seen it less than like $150 on the shelf outside of Ohio.
I've seen in Kentucky like one.
You got all 10 on secondary? Oh, F that.
Pricey.
So antique here in Ohio is actually our trading currency, right, Devin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, how many
you want to trade on the trade pages?
Oh, how many reds?
You got to trade antique. Yeah. How many reds? This is 4 reds. This is 5 reds. That's what you'll see.
Yeah. That's how they get you.
Well, I think that's great, RJ. I watched your 1,000 subscriber stream. I thought it was great. And I agree. You give away to subs. I mean, we're starting out a little smaller, but we'll see what happens as we grow. Once we start to get more followers. We've only been at this, 3 months, Devin?
Yeah, if that, maybe.
Yeah, I think 3. Yeah, I think about 3 months we've been doing this. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're definitely appreciative of people who subscribe and stuff. So.
I keep sipping on the 10-year, and I keep forgetting there's a barrel-proof one here. I gotta go back to.
The 10-year does. I mean, just from what I remember, has the better nose, but the barrel-proof has the palate. It's just got the finish. That's the problem I have. I can't. You can't take that 10-year and knock it down to like 94 or whatever. You need to like 107, somewhere around there. It'd be amazing.
I'll have like another sip of each, and then I'll just combine them, and we'll see how that is. I did that once or twice now with, the Benchmark Full Proof and Eagle Rare. Like Eagle Rare at like 60%, and then the Benchmark Full Proof at like 40, maybe even a little less, and then just trying that out. It really gives it a little oomph. It's pretty good. Just saying, a little sidebar there.
Okay, Scott, that's funny. I'm gonna display that comment. That's funny.
Mow grass. One green. Oh, that's like $30 now. Huh.
RJ says live streams are the way to go. Well, that's why we're trying this. Like I said, Devin and I live an hour away from each other. I mean, so when we do videos, we have to make plans. Say, hey, we're going to travel. We're going to do this day. We spend 4 or 5 hours recording, or like we plan trips together and we record then. But it's not something we can just, hey, I'm going to come over this afternoon and do this. It's a little bit more involved. So being able to live stream like this, I think, could really help us.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Right.
I do like the barrel proof.
My own master
I'm
blender.
going to grab one of my. I'm going to have to grab one of my ryes Devin doesn't have.
Ooh.
Let's do a fresh crack or a fresh unscrew. Alberta Premium Cast Strength.
Oh yeah, that one's solid.
I agree, RJ. I know timing is important. This really was kind of impromptu for us. We were like, hey, let's give this a try. Just see if we can do it. See if the stuff works, because we haven't done it before. I think now we can actually plan on better, times when people are available and stuff like that. If you have never seen this bottle, we need to talk about a sample swap, because if you like rye, you need to try this.
I think it's like $80.
This is Alberta Premium. It's Canadian rye, so it's a high rye percent rye. It is 127.4%. I think this was batch 3, if I remember right. But they're like $55 here in Ohio.
55?
And it's fantastic.
Maybe I'm thinking of Buzzard
and
Roost.
It's a screw top. It's very minty rye. It is one of my, like, I don't know what you would call it, like hidden gem type bottles. Like, a lot of people don't talk about it, but it is fantastic. Alberta Premium Cast Strength Rye. So, have you ever had Whistle Pig?
Oh.
But the Whistle Pig, their source stuff, their older stuff, is sourced from Alberta. So if you like the Whistle Pig 10-year at 100 proof, this is like the Whistle Pig 10-year at a higher proof.
Is it age dated? Premium? Alberta Premium?
I'm sorry? No, it is not age stated. It is not age stated, but I know for a fact that Whistle Pig sources their older barrels are from Alberta.
Okay.
They haven't had time to age their older stuff. So their older stuff's from Alberta, and it's amazing.
I think I've only had one or two.
Yeah, I like the Whistle Pig 10-year. Well, go ahead, Devin.
Yeah, I only thought it was okay. I was like $89. I'm like, I wasn't like blown away. Like, I got to pick up a bottle, but maybe I have to revisit it. I haven't had it in maybe a year or so. So.
All right, RJ, we'll see you. Have a good one.
Yep.
So, it was $70 in Ohio, but it actually dropped. It's like $55 now.
Oh, okay. And maybe that's what I was thinking. I'm like, it's either that or the Buzzard Roost is what I was thinking. Where I was like, it's like $80 or $70-some. And I remember my buddy got it, and I was like, well, it's pretty good. I got a bottle of something else, and we just tried to do like a little tasting or whatever. But I remember the Alberta Premium being pretty good.
Oh yeah, the Alberta Premium Cast Strength. That's the cast strength. They do have their non-cast strength, like 80 proof. Like any distillery that releases a bottle at 80 proof at a baseline, you just avoid it, kind of like Jim Beam White or whatever. But the cast strength is the way to go.
I will say, combining these two, it's like the best of both. I'm gonna have to do that more.
Yeah, that's just like mint and berry with a little bit of spice on the end. That is a very underrated bottle. in my opinion. Mm. So you're going to a dinner this weekend, Devin? You said?
Yeah, doing my dad's side of the family. They're doing like a get together with one of my stepmom's friends, and so we're just gonna hang out there and have some food and whatnot. And then what else? Sunday doing a birthday dinner for my the in-law, my mother-in-law. So do dinner there, and she's making a bunch of stuff. And I'm like, all right, I like food, so yeah.
Scott says River Roots is gaining traction. They were on Bourbon Kingdom recently. I saw some of that episode. I didn't watch the whole thing. I actually reached out to them. They have not responded. I might try again. But we have reached out to some other distilleries who have agreed that they might like have us in to kind of do a like behind the scenes tour and record and do interviews and stuff like that. So you might see coming here, hopefully in the next few months, some like distillery type interviews and documentary type stuff.
Yeah.
So
I might be doing some blind tastings against some of the more allocated bottles that you can't really find as much these days. So see, more to follow. But
yeah, one of the distilleries said you'll take how they might take their aged product and have us blinded against some pretty well-known allocated bottles, so we can blind it and give our opinion. So we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see. So
Ever been to Tomfoolery? No, I have not. I've not even tried Tomfoolery.
Yeah, that's
never tried it. I've been to Watershed. I've done a barrel pick at Watershed.
Yeah, they're maybe 7-10 minutes away. I like drove
I've been to
there. Jeez. But might have to try something there. Maybe we'll see. Thanks, Bob.
Oh, there we go.
There it is. Yeah. So yeah, we drove by it the one day.
Well, it may be easy, like in location, Scott. It's getting them to agree to let us behind the scenes and to like interview them and stuff like that. Not all distilleries will do that. We've had 2 agree, and it's a matter of setting up the times for us to do it and kind of do a documentary style recording.
Yeah.
So not every distillery wants that.
Got to keep the secret, you know. So,
hey, Rob, thanks for joining. We appreciate it greatly.
2-1 hack. Oh, why is it hacked?
I have no idea what that means. Unhack Juliana's iPhone. I don't know what that means.
Oh, you think it's me? Oh. So what rye, I guess if we're keeping with the theme, what rye do I have next, Todd? Or anyone else? What do you think? I don't have a lot of them. I got some bullets.
You don't have a very big selection of rye, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You need to purchase some more.
Oh yeah, you hear that?
Trying to think what's on your shelf.
I got a Taylor rye. I got Bullet rye. Let's see. Some more
I'm not a fan of that Bullet rye.
Yeah.
Why don't you? Do you have? Is your Taylor rye open?
It is not, but I could open it. I don't mind.
What private stock are you drinking, Scott? I have a J. Rieger private stock that's hazmat. I'm going to say again, for anybody watching this, if you don't have the Alberta Cask Strength Rye, you should get it.
If Juliana says I can open up the Taylor rye, then I'll open that one up next. Been wanting to try that one.
It's up to her. So
Yeah.
yours is a J. Yours is a G. So Scott's got a J Rieger private stock as well, but his was 130 something. He got off Seelbach. I got mine from a contact I have who kind of organizes some picks for certain places, and I got a hazmat. So mine's 141, my J Rieger private stock. In fact, I think that's my only hazmat bottle. I'd love to get one of those obtainium hazmats, Devin.
Yeah, don't tell anybody. No, that one was amazing.
Well,
Yeah, 160.
We put a video out. 1,000 people saw it.
Yeah, aged in old Stitzel-Weller barrels for 28 years. Whew, I got a thumbs up. All right.
Yeah, that it was actually really good. It was super hot on the finish, but it's really nice up until that heat hits. It was very, very much like maple. It's almost like it was finished in a maple barrel, very mapley. And then it got really hot on the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the only one I have of the Taylor Straight Rye. So I've yet to find a backup.
Well, they only dropped once last year and haven't dropped again this year in Ohio.
All right, for a fresh crack here.
So here's my open one. Nice pop.
Uh-huh.
So I have an open one and I have two unopened. But yeah, they have not dropped this year for us. It's funny. Patrick had that E.H. Taylor Rye in the bottled and bond blind for the group, for the Bourbon Club, and his was like not good at all. I gave him a sample of mine when he came over like that a couple days later, and he even said they taste completely different.
Yeah. Maybe it was like a different year batch.
His was like super citrus.
Yeah. This is,
yeah, I think mine was, I don't know what mine was. I think his was like the earlier, his was a 2022, I think. I think mine was a 2023, maybe.
This is a 2022.
I don't see a laser code.
Yeah, it's very faint.
I can't read it. Yeah. But his was like really citrus heavy. You're right, Scott. No one thought that was E.H. Taylor because it didn't taste like an E.H. Taylor rye. E.H. Taylor rye is very much spearmint and kind of a little bit of oak and kind of smooth. His was like very unripe orange and acidic. It wasn't good.
I can kind of see that a little bit. It's one of those like, oh, if someone says like a flavor, you're like, oh, and then you just think of that flavor while you're having it. You're like, I guess it is that, maybe. But
not to me.
Yeah.
I'll pour this one when I'm done with this, but of course I'm going down in proof quite a bit. But I know every time I have that E.H. Taylor rye, the first thing I get is spearmint on it, and I didn't get any of that on Patrick's. And it was like a different year, so I'm really amazed it changed that much batch to batch.
Maybe it was open for a while, or like bottom of the barrel. I don't know, or bottle. I don't know.
It wasn't bottom of the bottle, but it was opened. But mine's been open for like a year, so.
Mine's been open for like 3 minutes, but it's going pretty well. It's got some.
So what do you get on it? The fresh crack.
What's that? What'd you say, Todd?
Oh, I asked you what notes you got on it.
Like dilly, spearmint. A lot of spearmint. Definitely the spearmint on that. Slight dill. I know you don't like the dill forward as much.
That's what I get off of it all the time.
Like if you were at like a flower garden place where that has like all these like different mints and herbs and stuff, and then you like cut it all down, like kind of.
I've always gotten spearmint off this bottle.
Mm-hmm. Dude, then again, I think the Michter's Barrel Proof or the 10-year, I think outshines the Taylor Straight Rye.
So I definitely won't disagree on the barrel proof. I would take Michter's Barrel Proof over the E.H. Taylor.
Yeah.
I don't know about the 10-year. Maybe. I like I said, I don't have one open to really compare. The only time I've had it is when I've had it with you.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to change that. You know, you got a sample right next to you, right there.
I'm not going to drink your sample. I've got a bottle. I just haven't opened it yet.
Yeah.
It'll have to be at one of my parties. It's like one of those, you know, every time I have a party, I open a special bottle. That'll be one of the bottles I open. I've never had the toasted barrel strength. I have a bottle of that, and it's not opened either.
Yeah. It's on my list. I've got one working on a trade for this month. Trying to get one of those. So looking forward to that one. I've had it at the distillery, and I'm always like, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that E.H. Taylor Rye it's got so much spearmint in it. I don't know what happened to Patrick's bottle. It's crazy. It was so different.
Yeah.
We have a video coming out soon. In fact, I think it's the Monday video I have scheduled for our bottle haul from August, and it was crazy. So if you like bottle haul videos, you're going to see a pretty crazy one. We got a lot of good stuff. It was a little unexpected. I think we got more than I even thought we did. Mm-hmm. So
quite a few.
But yeah, that's scheduled for Monday. So it's going to be a pretty big bottle haul if you like to see what people get from other places. Although a number of ours were trade, some of the bigger bottles. Mm-hmm. But with a couple of trips to Kentucky, we did pick up a lot of allocated bottles. Just, you know, it's funny. You have to kind of know what's taking place where and when, you know, and you hit stuff at the distilleries, or you know when a store is doing a drop and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
Here in Ohio, over the last week, we had a stag drop. So actually, it was a mix. It was a lot of 23 stuff. For some reason, Ohio held back a lot of the bottles from last year, and we're releasing them this past week. But they also released some of the 24A stuff. So it was a pretty big stag drop over the last week that we've had.
I'll try not to spoil anything for that one. It was still a good day, though. Or was it? So find out. Stay tuned.
Yeah, our haul videos sometimes have been pretty big. I mean, we had that haul video with I got all the Elmer T. Lees and stuff, and Devin got the Double Eagle Very Rare. So that was a pretty big video.
Yeah, that was a big month.
We tried to cut back after that, but sometimes cutting back doesn't work when you make trips out of state. That's hard.
It's the nature of the game, I guess.
Yeah, I spent half of the weekends last month on the road, so I picked up quite a few bottles.
Yeah,
and we even did the trip together, which was a lot of fun, but it was cause for a big haul.
Yeah. Well, it's coming up on that 5:00-ish time. Any other remarks for us that you guys want to see, or any more videos that you want to, or any kind of like distillery things you want us to do? Yeah, just let us know.
I'll just remind anybody watching or anybody who watches this after, when we hit 500 subscribers, we are going to do a giveaway. Weller Special Reserve, as well as not mystery flights, but different flights of bourbons. And you can see the short I have about the giveaway on that. And I'm going to be traveling quite a bit starting the end of this month into next month. And if you catch me out at a distillery or a liquor store and you come up to me and say the best bourbon or whiskey, you'll get to do a draw out of my blind sample selection and get to take a sample home.
Yeah.
So, and be on the watch out, because I think now that we've seen this is successful, we can actually schedule some more live streams. Maybe we can get some more people in if we advertise ahead of time, more than an hour before we go live.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we know it works, we can give it a try. So until then, remember everybody, the best bourbon or whiskey.
What do you like the most? Cheers, guys.
All right. Thanks everybody for joining, and we'll see you soon.
Yep. See ya.